Oh, what was the question?
Okay.
That's an excellent question. It really is.
But I think only human beings celebrate tragedy. We'll pay money for it, knowing that it's going to make us feel bad when we watch it.
To have acceptance and purpose. To be aware, which is something really amazing, that we are aware of our existence and we want answers, and it's to be curious.
It means that you always have to try to be better, because we're the only species that can do it.
Now, there are times when a human being would walk past a paddock and just take a moment of their life and sit down and think, why am I so frustrated? Why am I thinking of everything?
To have the knowledge to know right from wrong and make our own decisions.
Experiencing as much as possible.
Well, it's part of the universe. It's a pretty cool thing. We have a lot of power, and unfortunately we don't take that advantage.
We create things that we try to play God with the world.
Like a frog doesn't get up in the morning and go, what can I do to make myself better today? They don't educate themselves, they just go through the motions.
Being human is basically being an idiot, I suppose.
Good times. It means good times to be human.
Our ability to have relationships with each other and to love each other. I think that's where our humanity comes from.
As well as being able to love, I guess. That's being a human.
My favourite day of the week is probably Friday.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Probably Friday?
Fridays.
Friday, definitely.
Of myself, my favourite body part would be my eyes.
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 Maybe my index finger. Is that like?
My greatest fear would be, funny enough, the Terminator.
Getting Alzheimer's.
Breaking glass in my face and not succeeding.
Have any of you seen, I'm not meant to say it like that, but have any of you seen The Witches? The Roald Dahl book? No. And then the movie? No. Okay, well, The Witches in that scare the shit out of me. And it's like a kid's movie, but like, so my fear is that they might be real.
I think like dying alone would be like the most horrible thing ever. Like not having any friends or family when you die. That would suck.
Not doing everything that I want to do in life. Not living in the moment and worrying too much about, what I'm told to do or expectations.
And you can tell when you're meeting one because they've got purple eyes. And I reckon they're real, so. Story of my life.
We'll have to come back to that because there's very little that I do fear.
Dying before I accomplish my dreams. To be a hip-hop star. Because, I believe that my story should be heard.
I guess the thing that the person who's let me down the most probably is in my family. My grandmothers on both sides.
I came to the realization that someone who thought she was in love with me and I thought I was in love with her, was casting around for other blokes on a dating site.
And as soon as I'd broken up with him, my best friend asked me if she could date him. I didn't want to say no to her, so I said yes.
And instead of spending the last night with me having dinner, he went out and got absolutely shit-faced, and I was at home really kind of deflated and let down, and I thought, that's kind of really poetic and appropriate, because that's where the relationship was for many years.
There was a particularly traumatic love affair that I just couldn't let go of.
She's done a few things to hurt my family, and I don't know, for me, a family bond is so important, and my two grandmothers kind of seem to disregard that completely, and that's one thing that's really hard. I'd love to have a relationship with them.
And I was totally alone at that point. I'd never been completely alone before.
And I think that's what hurts, that's what lets you down the most, the fact that they can't see how much they're hurting you. And the biggest disappointment is just that the drink and the drugs was more important than you were.
I felt like my best friend had really let me down. So I lost my best friend and my boyfriend at the same time. So I think that made it hurt more because I felt very lonely.
No. I think you can be ignorant and miserable.
No, not really. Being stupid sometimes is worse. I mean, think about it. People are going to insult you and shit.
Definitely not.
No, ignorance isn't bliss.
I don't believe that.
Ignorance is not bliss. Knowledge is power.
Yes.
I completely agree with ignorance being bliss.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
If you are ignorant about something, it may not affect you as much as you would know any fact.
Power tool.
Huge.
Single.
Disaster.
Being.
Enigmas.
Usually.
Beautiful.
Individual.
Lots of potential.
Love.